Hello, one and all, and welcome back to Campaign 9, Kindred Blood. I'm your host, as always, Verenity Void, and this here is Part 13. The world is ever-changing, as always. We are in the middle of the 1700s. If you want to know what happened in the previous part, please go watch Part 12. For now, I'm gonna go read some more national ideas, descriptions of what people put down. I haven't touched the Lost Legion, but despite them losing quite a few wars, I feel like I should give them some attention. So let's go read their third and fourth national idea. Their third national idea is the heir of Rome. Nobody here knows the true fate of the Eternal City, but being the descendants of Rome's proudest legion does make us Rome's heirs of the West. This means that our right to a rule exceeds any barbarian faction. And then, Roman infrastructure. The works of the Roman Empire, like its aqueducts, villas, temples, and forums, were the pinnacle of civilization. We should honor their legacy by sponsoring vast constructions in our new home. So, they got cheaper buildings, they get more legitimacy, but it's just unfortunate that they've been kicked around by Wanakama. So, let's read Wanakama's third and fourth idea. Their third idea is the Valley of Akam. The land we inhabit comprises of the Valley of Akam, which is some of the most fertile soil in the world. This is because of the massive irrigation projects in the valley to ensure that every home and farm has access to water. And their fourth national idea is a sense of unity. Wanakama's united nature, being a single irrigated valley, has resulted in a homogeneous culture developing. This culture, according to legends, was personally crafted by the mythical founder of Wanakama known as Kamashuri. It should be noted also for Wanakama, they cannot establish colonies anymore. They have a colonist here, but they cannot do anything with it. They can't send a colonist here. They can't send a colonist over here, despite it bordering forbidden immigration. So, however Wanakama expands, it is purely through conquest at this point. Anyways, last part. Oh yeah, well, I remember this. The coloration of Alverne. Let's get right on with it. We're going to go... I think today's going to be a little bit of a shorter part. But we'll see. King Bertrand VII de la Tour is staring down the barrel of a gun. And that gun is going to fire when the peace deal is made. Granted, like, Alverne still has an army and manpower reserves. They can't get their army back. The Flanders realm, they're holding out against Mondstadt, but, it's tough. And the Flanders realm's army is being whittled away, and Friesmart, they've got plenty of troops. And Mondstadt, they've got plenty of troops too. In fact, they've got plenty of manpower as well. They're not joking around. This is a full-scale invasion of everything Alvernese. And I did enable Kalahandi to form Nagpur. So they can form Nagpur if they own those four provinces, East Berar, Bastar, Chanda, and Yarkand. Not Yarkand, Katak and Ilishipur. So basically they need to take on Shera. Whether or not they will, I'm not sure. Kalahandi is still allied to Sumuru, however, Sumuru is attacking Shera in an imperialist war. And Sumuru thinks that they can take on Shera all by themselves. And there is no tech difference. It is purely just... it's just a rock'em sock'em robots here in central India. I put it on shuffle. I just want to make sure. I don't want it to be context sensitive shuffling. I like it to be just regular shuffling. I should also note that because Shera went to war with Yayoi to finish off Yayoi, but they never landed on Diego Garcia, Yayoi technically won that war, and so took the Maldives and took back their home island. But I saw that Yayoi they lost their cores on this province, so they had to remake the cores there. Let's see the quality difference between these two belligerents. Discipline is about the same. Sumeru has the morale advantage, and tactics are about the same. So Sumeru, seemingly, is going to have all the advantage in these battles. And Shera, I'm not sure what you do against this. You have an ally in Ava, and Ava is attacking Sumeru from the east, but there's only so much Ava can do. They have about 37k on the floor, and Sumeru has over 100k. You better hope that Ava can pressure them as much as they can. Alvern has peaced out, and they lost quite a bit of land in the Low Countries and in Western Europe. They lost some land to Mondstadt and quite a bit to Friesmart. But nothing was given back to Aelcorks or Takra, and the Flanders realm is seemingly intact. Nothing was taken from the Flanders realm. Also, oh yeah, Alvern lost some land by the Aegean Sea. So, big losses there for Alvern. Truly, they can be broken when the two biggest powers in Europe unite against them. Who would have thought? And Altai is, they're getting thrashed around. I said my piece on Altai in the last part. I feel sorry for them. I really do. They don't deserve to be tossed around like this. They've done nothing. They've done nothing to deserve such a mean punishment. But, Ava is still allied with Shu. But Sumeru is just purely concentrated on, taking over Shera's land. And the manpower reserves, they're running down on both sides. Sumeru has an advantage with manpower right now, but I don't know if that's going to last. Because these big engagements, they drain so much manpower. And Ava, they can't even siege down this fort at Patien. They need 30k. They have 20. Ava, you gotta do something else. Otherwise, Sumeru is gonna gather some forces, invade eastward past Manipur, and you are going to be fucked. Actually fucked. Let's see current wars, though. Mogadishu. Zulu is here. My goodness, Zulu. Guaranteed by Team No Name. Okay. But Aelcorks and Congo are going in on Zulu. And I don't believe Zulu is going to make it out alive. They have Nyatsimba Chirombo. 3663. Not bad. Mexico is going, or America turned Mexico is going after Alvern, along with the Flanders realm. And for some reason, Alvern is still allied to Muscovy. That's just a terrible alliance. Wanakama is going after the Lost Legion once again. The Lost Legion was a subject at some point, but they stopped being a subject, which is why they are the color white. I'm not sure who they were a subject of, though. Takra is going to war with Kabila and the Numerids, and Zapadoslavia and Friesmart are going after Takra. Yeah, Takra, I don't know why... Wait, what? Of Oberkanten. Where's that at? Where's that even at? I don't even know where that's at. All I know is that Takra is probably going to lose this war because, it's Friesmart. And Zapadoslavia just has a bunch of troops. Too many to count. Shera and Sumeru still has the numerical advantage, and, they're winning these individual battles. Sumeru's keeping its troops in a fairly okay formation, ready to reinforce with forced march. And Shera is just not ready to take these engagements. Sumeru is even dealing with Ava in the east. Sure, Ava is slowly sieging down Patien, but Sumeru is just like, nah, no. You get back from my fort. Who's gonna win the battle? Oh, Ava wins. Interesting. Honestly, I thought Ava was gonna lose because usually like the AI armies aren't up to snuff, but damn, Ava is playing ball. Sue, hold up. Why are you no longer a tributary? I guess they just broke it off, because I mean, you can do that. I mean, Liang's not happy, obviously, but you can do that. Great Shu is going after Theanada Karao. And Theanada Karao is allied with Ternate and Su. And, oh, that's why. Liang is now at war, would have been at war with their tributary. Obviously, that can happen. Or, that cannot happen, in case I spoke a little too fast. And so Liang is going in, and Su is going to lose quite a bit of land. I have to imagine. And Shu is probably going to take some land down here. Theanada Karao just doesn't have any troops. They really don't. So, Ava, are you giving up on sieging down Patien? Because Sumeru is just going hard in on Sheda. Sheda almost has no troops left. Like, legit. Almost no troops. About 40k. Sumeru, over 100k still. And Ava, like, they barely have any manpower, but I mean, they're putting some pressure on Sumeru. It's not a lot, but it's something. Can you win this battle, Ava? You cannot. Okay. Duly noted. Alvern, Baghdad is going after Alvern again. So, about 240k going against the Flanders realm, which has no manpower, and Alvern, which has no manpower either. About 200k between the Flanders realm and Alvern. I don't believe that it's going to go well for the Flanders realm. But Baghdad does need to muster its resources. Sure, they have huge amounts of land over here, but they need to bring these troops over from the steppe. It's going to be a while before they come over. I'm talking like over a year, probably. So it's this is prime time for Alvern and the Flanders realm to make some advances before Baghdad brings back its troops. It should be noted that Iman Sorks is no longer around. Sheda, are you rallying? No, you're not, because Sumeru is they're doing things. They're advancing once again. They have manpower reserves, and Ava is out of this war. So it is a straight one-on-one brawl between two Indian powers. Cue the Bollywood track. Or the Bollywood movie clip. Okay, Alvern and Muscovy are actually making moves. Depending on how well they do their army movements and how dumb Baghdad is, they could eke out a win. But how's the quality difference? So Alvern lacks the discipline, lacks the morale, lacks the tactics. Alvern is hurting so much in these fights. Holy shit. No wonder Baghdad won that. Or maybe that was Muscovy's. It could have been Muscovy's troops. But we'll see. I have a feeling that wasn't just Muscovy's troops, and I feel like that was Alvern's quality showing. Baghdad is bringing its troops around. What wars do we got going on? Zulu. Are they sieged down? They are sieged down. They have no troops, so they're bound to get annexed. If Team No Name gets sieged down, but Team No Name had got some land back in the Low Countries, so, you know, they have something to work with for a little bit. Alright, Shara, put up a fight. Put up your dukes. Damn, Sumeru won that battle even without a general. That's telling. That is rough goings. Oh, but the difference in troop numbers is still about 20k, which is a little surprising. Maybe Sumeru is getting a little bit careless. Maybe. I'm checking on the wars, seeing what we got going on. Okay. Yeah, America wants this land that Alvern took and formed into a colony, which America is absolutely going to get. You know, there's no rhyme or reason why they shouldn't. Decentralization. Wow. Piscataway turned Vermont is really going for that manifest destiny. You know. Meanwhile, the United States is not doing that for some reason. This is a weird form of the United States that doesn't want to do manifest destiny. And the Lost Legion they're losing it. They are losing their grip on reality. That's the long and short of it. They're losing their grip on reality real fast. Okay, Baghdad is not pushing that far in. I thought they would. Baghdad, are your resources stretched thin? Oh, they have some rebellions, and they want to take care of that. I mean, sure, you can push back Alvern and the Flanders Realm seemingly at the snap of your finger. And the Flanders Realm obviously has liberty desire. They have 100% liberty desire, so it's Alvern and Muscovy pushing in. Sumeru peaced out with Shera. No land was taken. Merely things were said at the peace table. That's it. Li Yue was given land here from Su because it's a tributary. Liang annexed. Did you annex some land? I think. Yeah, you did. Liang annexed some land. Shu annexed some land too. Theanada Karao is now a subject, not a tributary, a vassal underneath Shu. Shanada's navy is going strong. Bhutan is a tributary. Ternate is not a tributary at all. Pandit Muzaffar Shah is still holding out independence. And it seems like Yayoi is going to lose the Maldives if they don't transport any troops over. I'm really waiting to see if Kalahandi will team up with Sumeru and suplex Shera into the ground. Because if that happens, Kalahandi might very well form Nagpur. They might do that. And if they form Nagpur, they might do my mission tree. Because I did make an old mission tree for Nagpur that was put into a different mod. A big mod that you might have heard of before. So, who knows? Maybe. Baghdad is pushing into Alvernese Maghreb. And finally, Baghdad actually has some serious resistance in eastern Anatolia. It's about time, honestly. Alvern has been sitting here, just marinating on this land, reinforcing slowly. And Baghdad is having a little bit of trouble there. They won, but it was a little bit closer than I think they wanted that. The Flanders Realm is definitely holding their ground. They don't want any Baghdadi troops. What's the difference? The Flanders Realm has the discipline. Baghdad has the morale. Tactics are the same. So, these battles are kind of a toss-up. It depends on who reinforces when, really. You reinforce at the right time, you win the battle. Or if you cut off the enemy's reinforcements into the battle, you can win that way. I don't know if California lost any. They did not lose any provinces. So maybe that was a message of what is to come. Bremen, where's your capital? Your capital's in Greenland. The Germans have migrated to Greenland. Alright. Not sure if that's good or if that's bad. Baghdad has peaced out with Alvern. Seemingly nothing taken, nothing lost. I think Baghdad they declared that war too early. Their resources were stretched a little thin, and they They weren't ready to go to war. What other wars do we got? We're quieting down just a little bit. Free Smart's going after 5837, turn Cascadia. Is anyone going after Siberia? No one's going after Siberia. No one wants this land, this icy land in Siberia. Not yet, at least. Once all the other land is taken, you can bet your ass they will. Because right now it's the Age of Enlightenment, right? So there is... yeah, resettlement policies. Everyone, if you get this, you get an additional colonist, and completed colonies get a development boost. So like Shu is colonizing over here and over here. There's still a lot of like individual provinces and individual areas across the world that are still uncolonized. Southeast Asia is just now finishing up. The Pacific is finishing up as well. So it's leaving the less normally desirable places like the mountains and the deserts and the jungles to be colonized next. Songhai has formed the United African Republic. That is not a formable from Formables Extended. This is from some other... I don't know. I don't know what mod this is from, other than Doge's Shadow Europa. So, you know, fun. It's a nice green color. I like the green, of course. I'm a simp for green color. Afrikaner traditions. Wait, what? What are these national ideas? What? No, you are the imperialist. Foolish Europeans think they can make our continent their playground. Let's see if we can turn the table. Universal conscription. Every citizen has equal rights in our country, but they also all have equal responsibilities. Modern trends. Ever since becoming a first-tier democracy, groups of hippies started taking us more into the mysticism direction. Okay. Democratic crusaders, we shall liberate all the oppressed, bringing freedom and happiness everywhere with our bayonets. Is this fucking from Helldivers 2 or some shit? Because that sounds like a lot like the propaganda in there spreading managed democracy. I say that because yeah, I like Helldivers 2. It's fun. It's a fun game. You know, it's a fun game. But yeah, the Constitutional Republic, and what is this government mechanic again? Liberalism. I'm very curious to see how the United African Republic is going to hold out. They're definitely not converting anyone. They have plenty of tolerance of heathens. So, 18 seats in Parliament. And that Republican tradition is going to be just fine. Grain Coast. So they just annexed Nupe, I believe. Nupe's still alive? Oh, they're here on the Bone Coast. I think that's what it's called. Is it the Bone Coast, or it's some desert land? But it has a name, but I can't remember. It's either like the Bone Coast or the Skeleton Coast. And it's like modern day. In the modern day, it is lined with like wrecked ships. Anyways, we have the Chokwe reconquest of Upemba. Chokwe is allied with Yemen, but Yemen's not in this. And Congo. Congo is in this. And Makwa. Ooh, this is a very tight battle. Makwa isn't allied with anyone. And the tech. Oh, Congo's ahead by 2 military techs. Spicy, spicy, spicy. Chokwe, oh my goodness, Makwa was unable to clutch it, and Chokwe and Congo win. We could see a reversal of fate in East Africa. Makwa they might lose this war, and subsequently might lose a little bit of hegemony in East Africa. That would be quite the shakeup if I do say so. Oh, I think I jinxed it. Kalahandi and Sumuru are now going after Shera and Ava. Let's see the quality difference. Kalahandi has the discipline, Kalahandi has the morale, Kalahandi has the tactics. All three mean Shera's gonna have a really, really bad time in this war. and Sumeru is one military tech ahead. Sumeru can take care of Ava, no problem, and then can go in on Sheta with Kalahandi. Kalahandi's not gonna have an issue, and like Sheta, I'm sorry to say, it is looking at like it is looking like this war is going to be a knockout blow. A knockout blow in the sense that like it's gonna really hurt. Aelcorks and Takra. Aelcorks has no allies, just none. Takra has Bremen as an ally, and is supporting the Flanders realm's independence. Bro, even the United African Republic is supporting the Flanders realm. But the Flanders realm knows, like, Alverne can still pack a punch. Even if it doesn't seem like it, they can call up reserves and go for it. And what is this? Oh, shit. Baghdad wants to go after Great Shu. There's contest in the steppe. And the thing is, Friesmart is in this too. Oh no. This is a very big war. This is probably one of the biggest wars yet. Because Great Shu has called upon Liang. The two premier Chinese powers are going after each other, are teamed up and going after Baghdad. Or really, this is Baghdad going after Shu. Is this an imperialist war? It is an imperialist war, so the goal is Chengdu. I am very curious how this is going to go. I don't think there's really going to be any serious border changes, but it's a show of force, like a show of who has more quality and all that. And as I was thinking in my head, as I was saying that, Shu, the tactics, or the discipline and the tactics are about the same. The morale, Friesmart has so much more morale. So much more. Shu has basically has almost 4 whole points less morale than Friesmart. And then Baghdad versus Liang, they're about the same. It's just Liang lags behind in all the categories by a little bit. By a little bit. It's just, like the real issue with this war is that it's far away for Friesmart and it's far away for Baghdad. Baghdad's core of power is right here. And Friesmart's core of power, well, like closest source of power is here. These provinces are not small. These provinces are huge. Oh wait, oh no, I thought Altai was annexed. I thought they were. But they just changed color. Ava got pieced out. No, they did not. They're still at war. But they're getting pushed back. Kalahandi is pushing into Sheta very hard. And Sumeru is also there too. Sumeru has a whole 52k down there. They are not playing any games. The last war was to tenderize Sheta. This war is for money. Let me see what other wars are going on. Oh, America is going after Vermont, or Piscataway turned Vermont. That's a big one in the New World, because America is calling in Wanakama, reinforcements from South America. Oh boy, Piscataway, you've got your work cut out for you. This is going to be a hefty war. Piscataway has an army down here, but there's a stream of Serbians just ready to take the action and wipe away Piscataway's army right then and there. The focus on quantity might not work out this time for Piscataway. Instead, the economic base of Central America might be the key to Mexico's success here. 2 greens going at it. Piscataway is making a firm push in from the northeast. Serbia just thwarting a Cuban incursion in the south. But America, you need to pull your troops together. They've got nothing up here in the northwest, which is good. They need to consolidate their troops and get ready. They've got an army coming in from the south, seemingly. Yep. There's access through Fontaine. And let's see the quality difference. Discipline is the same. Morale is in Mexico's favor. Tactics are the same. So, in these fights, Mexico is favored. At least, like, just from the stats alone, like the raw stats we see. But both sides have a decent bit of manpower. They can feed in a lot of troops to these fights over time. They're not going to get tired of that quickly. Vermont is making a heavy push for Central America. Tlapacoyan is under siege, but that siege is going to take a while. It's going to take a while. Cuba is routinely trying to do naval invasions and distract Mexico, which is really interesting. Because normally we don't even see the AI trying this, but this distraction might actually prove to be to Vermont's advantage. Mexico's going to have to deal with this eventually. Otherwise, like, Cuba is just going to take away like small chunks of economy and kind of raise the war exhaustion ever so slightly here and there. Vermont was pushed back, and it seems like Mexico's consolidating. Cuba, you need to be doing a little bit more if you can. Guanacama is also coming through too. Consolidation's going on as quick as it can. Vermont, you need to do something. You need to gather your forces, or you know, just get shit together. Let's go see how it's going. In Asia, Baghdad and Free Smart have driven Liang and Shu back, which is to be expected. But how far can they push this before they are overextended? Because like a siege at Hami, that's going to be really tough. There's a level 8 fort there. Free Smart is going into the Korean Peninsula. They do have this port here at Hwangju, and Free Smart has shown interest in East Asia before, so it's not like they're completely unprepared for this. Liang is getting defeated in Manchuria, and Shu, I'm not sure where their troops are. Okay, there's the mass of them. It's just Baghdad and Free Smart kind of dictate what happens here. If anything, Liang is probably going to lose provinces. I'm not sure if Shu will. Liang didn't build any forts up here to stop any invasion force, so it's just kind of open season up there. The nearest fort is at Beijing and Ningwu. Sure, these two form a nice line, but the line is pretty far in from the north. Liang pieced out. They didn't want any more of that war. I don't think they gave any concessions. Probably just money. Probably just money. What's it called? Ava is fully sieged down. Shera is breaking down. They have barely any army. They're trying to put up a fight, but Kalahandi and Sumru are just slapping Shera down. Shu and Baghdad pieced out, and I don't believe any provinces changed around. Nope, no provinces changed. Maybe some money here and there if the war score was high enough, but it seems that was it. It seems that Shu and Liang are a little too far for Baghdad to really get to grips on. Congo annexed Zulu down here, and Makwa lost heavily against Chokwi and Congo. So, yeah, it seems like Makwa not as strong as we may have predicted before, or at least I predicted. I thought they were the premier East African power, but they're not. Oh, there it is. The Second Flanders War for Independence. I don't know, Alvern. I thought you had manpower reserves, but you don't. So this is, again, Alvern is fighting the Flanders Realm, Takra, the United African Republic, Vinland, Samnium, and Team No Name. I think Vinland and the United African Republic are really the kingmakers here, alongside the Flanders Realm itself. The Flanders Realm has quite a bit of troops, and they have manpower. They're ready. Muscovy can't do shit. They're so small, so disjointed. Like, what are you gonna do? I don't see how Alvern keeps the Flanders realm beneath them. Alright, Vermont, you're getting pushed back. It seems the quantity focus just wasn't enough, was it? Wanakama going against Vermont. We see Wanakama has the discipline, the morale. Tactics are about the same. But even with that, like Vermont wins that battle, what they are not winning is the war, because there's just too many troops on their soil. And you know who else is here? It's called America. It's called freedom. It's coming your way, Vermont. Don't you fucking worry. No, this is Free Smart going in on Vermont. Depending on how far Mexico takes this war and like really thrashes Vermont, it could leave it could leave Free Smart open to just sweeping through with a small army. What's it called? Mondstadt is still supporting Acadia's independence, so Acadia is not going to do much in this war. They may siege down a few provinces, but that's about it. Baghdad is going after Alverne again. But honestly, it's like, nationalist war, right? So I think it's for these provinces over here in North Africa. No one controls Mentes. Oh, okay. So Baghdad is going after Anatolia, but honestly, it's just like the capital of Alverne is being sieged down by the Flanders realm. Yeah. Good luck. So, Kalahandi victorious against Shera, and Sumeru victorious against Shera. Shera lost quite a bit of land. That's a huge chunk actually. To Kalahandi. Kalahandi, how close are you to forming Nagpur now? You just need Ilishipur. Yeah, Ilishipur or Katak. So I think the next war is probably just going to be like the war to form Nagpur. Also, Sumeru took quite a bit of land off Ava, so Sumeru is becoming a serious power player in and of themselves. And if like Kalahandi and Sumeru go to war, I'm not sure who wins that. I'm really not sure who wins that. Altai is at war with Liang, and it seems like this may very well be the end of Altai. They had a good run, but it's just Baghdad ended their run. That's really about it. Baghdad was just too much. And Alverne, the enemy has too much. Mexico signed peace with Vermont. I don't think any provinces changed hands. But now Vermont is free to just unload on the United States. Free Smart hasn't landed any troops to help. So the United States is the punching bag here. Mexico did not stay long enough to like completely trash the military of Vermont. So the Vermont military, still intact, can still very much go to war with the United States. The Numerids carving out a small living. Just a bit of a small living. Peasants rising up in Vermont, but that shouldn't be an issue. Vermont has no manpower, sure, but you know, they should be fine. Jesus Christ, the United African Republic. It's a lot of land you took in the Maghreb. Alverne, what did you lose? Let me see what land you lost. So, some land was given back to Takra, and the Flanders realm annexed quite a bit of land around the Aegean. And, yeah, Alverne is all the weaker. They really need a good ally at this point. The only thing that saves the Flanders, or not, that saves Alverne at this point, is a good ally. They need something. They need a hero. The Flanders realm is allied with all the people that helped them out with the Independence War, of course. I'm not sure how long those alliances are going to last, but at least for right now, the Flanders realm has a good base of power to work with. They have a nice manpower pool. They have a nice army to work with. You know, it's all good from here. For now. Well, actually, Altai is going to survive because they have cotton. They have this one province up here that I don't think can be annexed. Unless Baghdad goes for them, which is very possible. Oh, they have this province over here. Tergay. Odoyev. Odoyev is apparently independent, and so is Galicia Volhynia. Chokwi is once again going after Katara. Oh, but Congo is in that too. Ooh. So Chokwi is turning on their ally of the Congo. Why would you do that? Shanara, Mogadishu are all going after Sioux. Alright. It's a small war. Congo, can you hold out against Chokwi? Chokwi is one military tech behind, but they have so many troops. So many. The United African Republic needs to put down those rebels. Yeah, I think we'll go to 1762. Been quite a lot going on. Wanakama is going after the Lost Legion, just exercising their army a little bit more, you know, normal stuff. And Vermont, are you struggling? You haven't taken out the United States. I thought you would have. And Vinland, it's kind of surprising how little action, but how safe Uppland turned Vinland has been up here. Like, there's been no real incursions up here into Vinland. It's a little strange, but they're safe. Takra, oh my goodness. That was a quick war. Just taking over the whole of Aelcorks like that. Jesus Christ. But I mean, hey, you got some land back from Alvern. I guess that was the green light to just, you know, full steam ahead. Let's go. Let's take over Aelcorks. Yemen, you're stable. Chokwi is taking out Congo. And Kitara doesn't look like they can really do much, unfortunately. Sheta is taking out their anger from that loss against Yayoi. Ava is going after Liyue. My bad. And I don't... Do you really have, like, less than a regiment? Yes, they have less than a regiment. Damn. So Liyue is under attack by Ava. Ava might take all of that land. I'm not sure. They might. I think we'll stop in about October of this year. October of 1762. We'll cap the recording there. But yeah, Alvern is in free fall at this point. They aren't completely dead. They still have something of an army, but they are drastically weakened. Very, very drastically weakened. Baghdad just has an army of 51k over there, just roaming around, pillaging, occupying the whole thing. Whew, quite the fall from grace. I did not expect that. And Vermont, the United States pieced out, but Friesmart is still in this war and apparently still wants to take over Vermont. But Vermont is concentrating on Acadia, and Acadia can't do much. Not sure what Friesmart expects to happen, but here we go. Let's cut the recording right there. So quite a bit of drama in this here part 13. Ava taking over Liyue, but also Sumru and Kalahandi ascendant in India at the expense of Shera. Great Shu and Liang showing that they are kind of weak to Baghdad and Friesmart. And the Flanders realm, they got their independence. Pimenta, rejoice. Your submission is free again. And Mexico showing exactly what they're made of to Piscataway Kanoi turned Vermont. Well, and Wanakama too. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at those standings. In first place, we have Friesmart. In second place, we have Mondstadt. In third place, we have Zapadoslavia. In fourth place, we have the Livonian Order. In fifth place, we have Baghdad. In sixth place, we have Sumeru. In seventh place, we have Auvergne. In eighth place, we have West Indies. In ninth place, we have Kalahandi. In 10th place, we have Liang. In 11th place, we have Mexico. And in 12th place, we have Peru. That'll be all for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in part 14.